Hey everybody, it's Paul with Clever Recluse Games, and today's Wednesday, and I figured I would do a little stream. It's going to be pretty quick. Unfortunately, I had a whole bunch of stuff planned, but it all fell through, and that happens sometimes. But I did want to show you guys, first of all, I did take your suggestions into consideration regarding the bestiary. As you can see, I moved the stat block. I broke it up into two because it was so big. And the first part of the stat block I moved up. And the second part of the stat block is actually in the middle, but it is isolated from the text with this graphic. And again, this is still a work in progress. There's still a lot of work to be done on the stat blocks, making them look presentable. But I think we're moving in the right direction. That's the important thing. Also, I wanted to show you guys the notes for specific spells. This is a big part of I Am Minotaur, the Game Master's Guide. And as you can see, we have Control Fire here. Um, the graphic, the chart here is honestly part of the spell, and the Game Master Guide does that a lot. A lot of time you see this wording, and then you have kind of a table here. Um, with Control Fire is really, really hard to rule manage. A lot of it is going to be kind of up to the GM, but I try and help as much as possible. It is a first level elemental mage spell. Obviously, only fire elemental mages can cast it, and it allows the elemental mage to take control of existing fires. Now, obviously, a hugely powerful fire, a first level elemental mage is probably not going to be able to take control of it, but the spell does scale up. So as you get more powerful, you get higher levels of power, you can control larger fires. And some of that is, although there are guidelines here, some of that is going to be GM fiat in order to decide that. With the player's guide, we are just basically waiting on proofreading, man. I am doing my best to try and push it through. I may end up just kind of giving you guys the PDF and the people who paid for it, obviously, and you guys kind of give me feedback on it. If there are any huge glaring errors, please let me know, and I'll just fix them. I think just holding on to the PDF, I know you guys want the player's guide. I want to give you the player's guide. It's just unfortunately the people I rely on to proofread are super busy right now. A lot of projects are going on in San Antonio involving the gaming community. I'm sure you guys have heard of some of them. I'm not going to mention any by name, but there are a lot of busy people in San Antonio right now. And really, that's about all I have to say. Uh, Everything is on track. I did find the seam, so to speak, for the Game Master's Guide. I don't see any problems with having a little Kickstarter for it in September, having it out by the end of the year. We're going to have a little video in the meantime, making sure you guys know how to play the game. You guys can do a few encounters. You may not be able to do a campaign or anything like that before the Game Master's Guide comes out, but you will be able to play your brand spanking new game of I Am Minotaur. You'll be able to try a few encounters, roll up some characters, stuff like that. And I definitely will give you that video. And really, that's about all I have to say. Well, actually, let me talk a little bit about the Game Master's Guide, the format. What we're going to do is we are dividing it up into sections. The first section is really going to be for beginning game masters and people new to I Am Minotaur, which is going to be basically everybody. But if you're an experienced game master, you're going to be able to kind of skim that section. I do recommend it though because it's going to give tips on encounter balance. It's going to give a few I Am Minotaur specific hints, stuff like that. The second section is the meat of it. It's going to be the rules. It's going to be, critical hits. It's going to be melee weapons. It's going to be all that good stuff. All the crunch is going to be in the second section. And then the third section is going to be lore, and it's going to be the bestiary. And the lore section isn't that's really what is hasn't happened yet. A lot of that's still in my head. And we're going to include a world map, which is going to be super cool. I haven't designed it yet, but it's going to happen. And obviously, you've seen how the bestiary is going to look, and it's going to look better each and every time that I show you guys images of it, in my opinion. But anyway, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, that was just me clapping my hands, that sound, just let me know. Thanks again for going on this journey with me, guys. And I'm looking forward to you guys playing I Am Minotaur as soon as possible. Thanks again for all your support.